Good morning, students. Today our class is social science and we will study unit number 1, arrival of Europeans in India. Before study, I want to tell you that maybe your new book and everything is same. If there is any changes in new book, you just inform me, then I will change it after this video. Okay. One more thing is, I am not reading textbook. I am reading the chapters summary that you can understand easily. After you listening this video, you must read your textbook and you will really understand and enjoy the chapter Arrival of Europeans in India. Let's begin our chapter. From ancient time, the merchants from outside the country came to India by land route. From India, they used to trade silk, cotton cloths, muslin, pepper, spices, etc. in European countries. In the middle of the 15th century, that land route was closed. So there was a scarcity of Indian commodities in European countries. Consequently, the demand increased. To take the advantages of this situation, many countries of Europe started their planning and implementation of searching sea route to reach India. Columbus, the inhabitant of Italy, made the first effort of finding the sea route to India. Columbus started his journey to come to India and coincidentally he reached America. Till he lived, he always considered himself the founder of India. Today also, the root inhabitants of America are called Red Indians and the island on its bank is known as West Indies. In 1498, Vasco da Gama from Portugal founded the sea route to India. His ship reached the port of Calicut on 22nd May 1498. Zomarin, the king of Calicut, gave freedom to Portugals to undertake trade. Within a span of 100 years, the Portuguese established their rule over Calicut, Mangaluru, Cochin, Diu, Daman, Goa, and coast of Mumbai. In the starting years of 17th century, Portuguese increased their trade in Bengal. The Subhas of Bengal complained about the activities of Portugals to the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. The emperor gave orders. The following them the Hooghly fort was demolished and their ships' walls were burnt. In this way, the Portugal rule came to an end. Portugal rule got limited up to Diu, Daman and Goa. At the end of 16th century, Dutch people of Holland or Netherlands came to India for trade purpose. They established forts at Calicut, Chennai and Agra. Meanwhile, the Britishers arrived in India. The Dutch people could not stand with the competition against Britishers. In the year 1600 AD, British East India Company was established in England for undertaking trade with India. The first ship of the company arrived at Surat port in the year of 1608 AD. Hawkins, the captain of this ship, got the consent from Mughal Emperor Jahangir to start the trade in Surat. Later, Britishers got the permission from Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan to carry out the trade in Bengal. In the year 1664 AD, the French people established French East India Company from undertaking trade. They established forts for trading in Surat, Machilipatnam and Pondicherry, now it is Puducherry. There was innumerable disputes and quarrels between Britishers and the French, ending up with Britishers being successful. In the year 1651 AD, the Britishers established their forts in Bengal on the banks of river Hooghly. They kept soldiers for their protection. They took permission from Aurangzeb to not to give tax out of their annual income and undertake trade. The tax-free trade was permitted only for the company, but the officials of the company who were engaged in personal trade did not pay the tax. As a result, the income received from tax in Bengal got reduced, which was opposed by Nawab of Bengal, Murshid Quli Khan. This dispute between company and Nawab kept on increasing day by day. Sirajuddaulah became the Nawab of Bengal in the year 1756 AD. He opposed for making boundaries around the fort and asked them to pay the taxes and undertake the trade by following the rules. The Britishers disobeyed the order of Nawab. So Nawab Sirajuddaulah attacked the fort of Britishers with 30,000 soldiers. He arrested the Britishers and captured their ships. The Britishers counter-attacked on Nawab under the leadership of Robert Clive. In the year 1757, Sirajuddaulah was defeated and murdered with betrayal in the battle with the Britishers in Plassey Field. After the Battle of Plassey, there was a beginning of British rule in India. Thus, this war is considered as the most important event in the history of India. With the victory of Britishers in this battle, the Indian history was changed. After the Battle of Plassey, Britishers appointed Mir Jafar as the Nawab of Bengal. Mir Jafar opposed the company in certain matters. As a result, company dismissed him and replaced him by making his son-in-law Mir Qasim the Nawab. Mir Qasim also started troubling the company. In the year 1764 AD, in the Battle of Buxar, he was defeated and Mir Jafar was appointed as the Nawab of Bengal for the second time. Mir Jafar died in the year 1765 AD. So Robert Clive himself became the Nawab of Bengal. So this chapter is over. I think you can understand very well, but you must read your textbook to know more about this chapter or arrival of Europeans, how they came in India. Okay, I will give you workbook work also. You must write in your workbook and send me. Okay, see you in next class.